Today's video is about something that we already kind of talked about on this channel. It's about the two main types of chemical bonds, and that's what we're going to be talking about. A few things to note before we actually talk about the bonds. Atoms want full electron shells, and electron shells are the orbits of electrons around the center of the atom, and these orbits can have only a set number of electrons in them, and atoms get full outer shells by bonding with other atoms, and that is the basis for chemistry. Covalent bonds are the first type of bonds we'll be talking about, and this is a covalent bond. You'll note these are electrons, and they're shared by these two atoms. So they each have 2 electrons in their outer shells. These would be atoms of hydrogen, since each atom of hydrogen only has 1 electron to start with, but they want 2. And an example of covalent bond is water, or H2O, 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. You'll notice, again, the hydrogen atoms will share an electron with another atom, so they have 2. These are hydrogen atoms, and the oxygen atom, which wants 8 electrons, has 8, and that's why they bond. The next one is ionic bonds, and this is an ionic bond. You have a positive atom with a full electron shell, and you have a negative atom. Now, the positive is positive because it has more protons in the actual atom than electrons. And protons are, well, pro-positive, kind of. And electrons are negatively charged. And this one has more electrons than protons, so it's negative, and they're attracted to each other. And an example of an ionic bond is salt. So a chlorine atom will take an electron from sodium. So sodium has 8 electrons, which it wants in its outer shell, which it wants 8 electrons, and it becomes positive. But the chlorine wants 8 electrons, and it becomes negative because it has 8 electrons in its outer shell, and normally it only has 7, so it becomes negative. And this attraction between the two is what makes them go together, and that is how chemical bonds work.